All right, guys, this is a pretty big one here. It's really important, and it's vital that you stay and listen through the whole thing. Even if you're a casual, but if you're a little bit more of a hardcore fan, I am going to bring up some points that you may have not thought of before, and They're extremely relevant not only to the UFC as a promotion as a whole, but also it translates, as it always does, into life itself. So, Sean O'Malley, Corey Sanhagen, two opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, because I'm a UFC fanboy, you're a fanboy, you're a fanboy. Because of that, I've listened to plenty of Sean O'Malley and Corey Sanhagen interview, podcast, whatever. A lot of content from the both of them. And I think when O'Malley was a guest on maybe Schultz or maybe even like the Nelk Boys podcast, Bradley Martin, something like that, Sean has said on several occasions, Sugar Sheen, right? What do you call Sugar Shane? On several occasions, he has said that the reason he got into fighting was to knock motherfuckers out and to get money and to have the ability to be with beautiful women. Corey Sanhagen, on the opposite end of the spectrum, got into fighting because it presented a challenge. I forget exactly, but it was more of it was like innately inside of his soul. I think he was really into basketball prior and never was a fighter until he like walked into a mixed martial arts gym, probably at like 18 or something. I'll have to do a little bit of homework on that. But if you break down their career and they as human beings and men have changed, over the years, but Corey, if you break down even the level of competition. Now, people like Thomas Almeida, I'm sorry, it was a rough day. People like Thomas Almeida, that's a tough dude. He's in the UFC. He's a fucking cage fighter. Been fighting for, Thomas Almeida probably got more than 5-6 years, I would imagine. People don't understand if you don't train. If you go into, let's say, a Muay Thai gym, for example, and you've never been into a Muay Thai gym, no matter how much bodybuilding you've done, no matter how much high school track you've run, no matter how much soccer you've played, no matter how much football you've played, you go into a Muay Thai gym for one 2-hour session, dude, you waking up, you're not going back tomorrow, bro. No matter how savage you are, bro, you're not going back. And if you do, bro, it's not gonna be an effective workout because you're gonna be so sore, man, so debilitated. You won't even be able to get out of bed. I remember I went to a Muay Thai gym about a year and a half ago, and I hadn't trained martial arts. Maybe I rolled BJJ twice, for 2 years prior to that, within 2-year period. Dude, I ended up sleeping like fucking 8 hours, bro. After I had already slept 8 hours during the night. Like, I ended up just fucking passing out. At like 4 o'clock, I woke up at like 9, dude. And my body was shot. Now, in conjunction with what I just said, I want to bring up Khabib Nurmagomedov really quick. And how Khabib said in between training sessions, he would go home and sleep. And then even sometimes before a fucking fight, dude, before a 5-round title fight, or I think he only had like 3 title fights, right? Khabib, Justin Gaethje. I think he won the belt against Conor, right? And then defended it against Gaethje and Dustin. So, and then he had one more, right? But sleep, man, sleep is vital. So for Thomas Almeida, I don't know what the fuck's going on there, dude. For Thomas Almeida to even have made it to the UFC means he's certified savage. But there's a giant difference in competition between somebody like Thomas Almeida. I don't know why I'm struggling with that name. And Aljamain Sterling, for example. Corey Sanhagen got tapped out by Aljo, I think, in the first round, maybe. Or I don't recall exactly. But my point, again, is if you break down their careers, man, dude, come on, man. Corey Sanhagen has infinitely more of a superior roster, or what do you call that, checklist, man. I'm struggling today, guys. Give me a break, dude. I had a rough night's sleep. But he has an infinitely better, damn, I can't believe I can't think of a simple ass word right now, track list. He has an infinitely better track list than Sean O'Malley. So he fought Petr Yan before Sean did. Petr Yan was Sean's only real serious test, and it was a 3-rounder. You know, Sean had the interview a couple of days ago with Mac Life. I watched it on the Mac Life program, but it was they were doing like press rounds pre, I think, 259, the Volkanovski versus Yair. And he said, this is my first 5-round fight. And I don't know why I didn't even think about that, dude. It is. And so, guys, this is going to be fucking insane. And you see how he got winded in that Petr Yan fight, dude. If you don't think it's going to be worse with Aljo, with Aljo's level of wrestling, no matter what, striking is never as exhausting as wrestling. It's just not. I wish it was, but it's not. And because I'm a stronger striker than I am a wrestler. But, dude, Sean might be in trouble. If he don't spark Aljo in the first 2 rounds, Sean's in trouble. So again, man, this is the point of the video. I think I'll put in the beginning of the video to skip to here. You know, for whoever the fuck stuck around this far, this is huge, man. This is this is the bomb right here, and it might not be, you know, if you're a real man, this is fucking huge what I'm about to say. The difference between somebody like Sean O'Malley and Corey Sanhagen is the difference between a real man and somebody who's not a real man. Somebody motivated by money and somebody motivated by spirit and human will. Sean O'Malley will never have the capacity to beat Corey Sanhagen unless he knocks him out spark cold in about 30 fucking seconds. Because after 30 seconds, when Corey Sanhagen adrenaline starts to really pump, maybe about 60 seconds, because he's such a fucking professional, they control their emotions so well. Maybe after about 1 minute and 30 seconds, when that adrenaline starts to pump, and if he doesn't get cracked clean on the jawline and put to sleep within that first round, O'Malley's fucked, bro. Because you're never going to be able to compete with the human will. I'm sorry, the willpower of the human testament, man. Shit that has been around for fucking eons. Shit that has made men die on the battlefield for their family and for their beliefs and morals and principles and way of living. That's the difference between somebody like Corey Sanhagen and somebody like Sean O'Malley. And now look, guys, I love Sugar Shane. I love Sugar Shane, dude. He's the fucking man, bro. I've considered going over there and training with him in Blockhead. My man Timbo. But while Sean's making them fucking funny videos humping the fucking bed at the Venetian in fucking Las Vegas, Corey Sanhagen's listening to the Art of War audiobook, dude. It's two completely different worlds, man. You got a man that is fucking hyper obsessed, man, that lives, eat, breathes, sleeps this shit, other than when he watches fucking you know, the reality TV at night with his wife. Everybody's got that type of shit. But, you know, Sean, and the last thing that I'm going to say is Sean's right. Sean's not wrong. It's a dumbass business move. But that's the difference between a real man and a boy, dude. You know, and it gets tough, man, because we live in a money world. But, nah, man, Corey Sanhagen's not one to be fucked with, dude. And I think when him and Sean fight, I think Sean's in for a world of trouble, man. And then, I mean, even if you seen how the Cheeto Vera fight played out, I mean, come on, man. Yo, Cheeto was in there to fuck Sean up, dude. And when Cheeto got in there with Sanhagen, yeah, man, off night or what? What was that, man? Seemed not intimidated, but like, you know, hesitant. Seemed very hesitant that night. But anyways, it's hot as fuck in this car. I'm already burnt out. I don't have the fucking energy to give you guys the video that I wanted to. This piece of content is fucking ingenious. It's invaluable.